actually went to my first NBA game. And I'm in the NBA. And the reason I tell you guys that is because I want you guys to truly appreciate the opportunity that you have today. You know, when I was your age, I would have given anything. I love basketball. I would have given anything to even just talk, look, smile at an NBA player because that was my dream. But unfortunately for me, I didn't have that opportunity. And so I want you guys to just reflect for a second and think about how lucky you are, because I know I'm lucky to be here to talk to you. Because if I didn't have the opportunity to be in the NBA, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to partner with DCF and make this happen. And today, for me, is about more than anything, more than fun. It's about life, you know. And fun is having fun is a part of life. But you guys are our future. Because you guys were laughing earlier and said he looks like me. I tell you, most of you guys look like me at some point in my life, not just physically, you know, outside, but I had the same thing. I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I didn't know if I was cool. I didn't know if I was smart. I was afraid to be picked on. I was afraid of people. Because I was a big kid, I was always taller than everyone. And so because I was taller and bigger, everyone assumed I was bigger. So the 14-year-olds didn't know I was 8. They wanted to fight because James was good in basketball, and they wanted to compete. And because James was smarter, because James was a nerd, he thought he was better than me. And so I tell you guys that because somebody over there is like, man, you don't have any style. Man, you're not cool. Growing up, I could care less about being cool because I was a nerd. You guys know what a nerd is?
Yep.
What's a nerd?
Smart.
Actually, it's a person that's smart, intelligent, with a singular pursuit, but someone they call socially inept. You guys know what inept means? It's someone who can't cut it. They say nerds, you're smart with your books, but you're not cool. You're not popular. No one knows you. When they look at you, they laugh because you look different. Well, my goal was to be different. I didn't have any NBA players. I didn't have any successful. I didn't grow up with my dad. My dad wasn't nowhere to be found. My mom raised me by herself. She raised me and my cousin. You know, my friends had both parents in the household. They had 2 cars. I used to catch the bus. My mom used to work 2 jobs. And so when you look at my past and my history, I'm here today, not because I had a silver spoon. I'm here because for the grace of God and my family and my support structure, but I looked at guys like Reggie Miller, who were NBA players, and I said, you know what? He's going to be my idol. I want to find out everything I can about Reggie Miller. I want to find out how he works. I want to find out how often he shoots. I want to know what he does, not in front of the cameras, but when no one's looking. And so I want to find out his work ethic. I want to find out personally what he thinks about the game of basketball. What does he want out of the game of basketball? What's his motivation? And so I'm here because I did a lot of stuff, but more because I found someone that I respected, that I loved, and that I wanted to be like. And I worked. I wasn't always a straight A student. I was always smart. But if you ask my friends in high school, matter of fact, you can go back to elementary school. If you go back to elementary school, I was a tall, skinny kid with big feet. Not cool. Not at all. I had older cousins who were cool. And I tell you, every single one of them right now, there was 6 of us. One of my cousins drowned, he's dead. One's in jail right now. 2 of them have felony records. They never ever own a firearm. Can't get jobs. 2 of the other ones have 4 or 5 kids, been unemployed for forever, basically homeless. I'm the only one that graduated from college. I'm the only one that's married. You know, I'm the only one in a position to take care of my family and my friends. I'm the only one. And it's not because of me, it's because of God and my family. But it's also because I chose to be different. You know, I was the guy, believe it or not, you guys might think it's funny. You know, I'm the guy, if you look in our locker room at the Miami Heat, who knows what kind of car I drive? What kind of car I drive?
Me?
Yeah, you raise your hand.
Mercedes.
Nope. A Jeep Wrangler. A 2009 Jeep Wrangler. Yeah, that nigga's funny. You know, my teammates, they laughed at me, and I tell you, it's the truth. My teammates, they laughed at me. They said, you were driving a Jeep Wrangler? Because we have Bentleys, we have Ferraris, and we have Aston Martin, and I come in a Jeep. And then a week later, no, and then a month later, Dwayne Wade has a Jeep. And then we come to find out that LeBron James has a Jeep. And we find out that a bunch of my teammates, some of the smartest, brightest guys in the league, some of the game's best players, drive Jeeps. You know why? Because they want to be different, and they're not caught up in the things that everybody else thinks is cool, because we made it. So you might look at me and say, or you might look at all the individuals, all the men here, everyone that's come here and say, oh man, what do they know? You know, man, he's not cool. What he's talking about, I don't want to hear it. I'm tired, I'm sleepy. We were all in your same spot. But the reason we're here is because we know how to make it. And that's the only reason we're here. We don't get paid for this. We all donate our time and our money. We don't get any awards for this. No one's coming to ask us to do a movie. The media is here because they want to see you guys do well, because they see that people are really interested in helping you develop and grow. But we do this because we love you guys. And so if there's one thing I want you guys to understand when you leave here, is that you come together now, you guys are friends, you're family. You know, we're all tied forever. If you ever see me, you know you're family to me. And everyone in here will say the same. But we're here because we love you. So if you guys don't think you're loved, and you don't think people really have your best interests at heart, you know the people in this room have your best interests at heart. And that's why it's important that you, like John said, dare to be different. You know, you must remember what your foundation is. And you have to put in the work. I mean, there's no shortcuts. I'm the three-point champ. Yeah, people say, man, how did it feel to be a three-point champ? It was fun. You know what? It was great. You know, my wife would tell you afterwards, everyone's like, man, you should be excited, you should be happy. I said, you know what? I expected to win because I work harder than anyone. Now, if I hadn't worked hard, if I didn't know that I got up every morning at 5 o'clock in the summer to go to the gym for 2 hours, then come home, drop my kids off, then go back to the gym for 3 hours, then pick my kids up from school, drop them off, and then go back to the gym for 2 hours. So basically work 7 hours a day, 6 days a week, 3 to 4 months straight in the summer. If I hadn't done that, if I had won, then I'd probably be surprised, excited, and jumping off. Like, man, yeah, I won. I snuck one. I got lucky. I don't believe in luck. I won because I shot more shots than they did. I made more shots than they did. I worked harder than they did. Even though Ray Allen was a champ and Paul Pierce is an all-star, that doesn't mean that I can't work harder than them in something. I might not be better than them in everything, but there is one thing I'm better than them, and that's shooting. And so I'm not telling you guys you have to be the world's greatest at everything, but you have to be great at something. It's not good enough to be good at everything. It's not good enough to be good at some things. You have to be great at least one thing. And if you find that one thing and you work hard and become great at that one thing, there's nothing you can't accomplish. There's nothing you can't do. And every one of you will be in a position 15, 20 years from now, I'm right back here and be standing in front of a room somewhere talking to kids and telling them, it's enough to say, oh yeah, this is what you should do. It's something totally different when you have to live that life, you have to walk that walk. And then you can say, you know what, if you need an example, look at me. So I want you guys to all aspire to be that. Aspire to be different. Forget cool. Cool can't pay your bills. Cool can't take care of you. Smart can. Intelligent can. Trustworthy can. Dedicated can. Hardworking can. But cool's not it. So if you think for a moment that I would trade the hard work that I put in, all the success that I've gained, just to be cool, you're crazy. Because cool only lasts for a little while. And when you become my age, you realize that who cares if you're cool? But you guys have it in you. And so I just want to leave you with that. Just know that people care about you. I mean, I came from a place, like I said, where my dad wasn't around. I didn't have any men around me. I didn't have a man tell me he loved me. I didn't have a dad to say, hey son, you know what, you made a mistake, come over here, you gotta get your punishment, but understand I do this because I love you.